Hey everyone, my name is Jack and welcome to our webinar, which is all about using search to better convert users on your website. We have a multinational affair today. I've got Lucas joining from the Netherlands, who will be taking you through some of the key features and benefits of the platform. So just as some introductions, my name is Jack. I'm head of customer success for SpotlerUK. My job is to help our customers realize the potential of their marketing stack and make sure that they're getting connected with the best technologies for them in order to not only improve their marketing results, but most importantly, drive revenue inside their businesses as well. I'm also joined by Lucas. If you'd like to introduce yourself, Lucas.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. So happy to be here today. My name is Lucas Verrix, head of partnerships within Spotler Netherlands, working with on-site tooling, search, merchandising for over 10 years now. So hoping to enlighten you guys today what perfect results you can drive by using these awesome features. So yeah, really looking forward. Thank you, Jack.
Great. So please feel free to ask as many questions as you like as we go through. There'll be a Q&A at the end with myself and Lucas. To get things started, we're going to do some kind of top line facts. There's going to be a video, and then our man Lucas is going to pick everything up there and run you through the rest of the tool. So when we're looking at search optimization, our research shows that only 22% of web shop owners are satisfied with their conversion rate. Campaigns that drive traffic result in a 50% bounce rate. So we all know, we're all marketers here, driving traffic to your website and getting that acquisition traffic is some of your largest marketing spend. So what we really need to do is once you've spent all that money, you need to maximize that return on investment you're already getting from those channels. Conversion rate optimization has really come into its own in the last few years, becoming a hot trend to focus on maximizing your on-site customer journey and making sure that, as mentioned before, you're getting that ROI back from those initial channels. Not only this, are we going to improve the life cycle of that customer and improve that conversion rate on site for your customers, we're going to give you access to that data as well. So you can use that key information and you can use those key facts that we've got about your customers in order to better understand them, to deliver in direct marketing campaigns, so feeding that back into those traffic campaigns to make sure they're even more optimized, or even giving you access to it to view in a CDP. Alternatively, if you enjoy the old methods, we can get that to you in a CSV and you can run through it in Excel if you really want to as well. I'm going to stick the video on now, and then Lucas will pick everything up from there.
Hello, just after semi-skimmed milk.
Your search for semi-skimmed milk returned 0 results.
We don't sell milk.
Your search for milk returned 52,256 results. Your top hit, milk of magnesia.
No.
Milk floats of yesteryear.
No.
This milk-themed family wall planner.
No, sorry, I'm just looking for, normal milk.
Couldn't find what you were looking for.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't find it, so I'm asking you if you could...
Advanced search.
All right, let's do this. Keyword, now, go.
Yeah, okay. Milk.
Please narrow your search by using one of the following filters. Kayaks, pack of 12, self-cleaning, breakfast and condiments.
That one. Breakfast.
One result.
Milk, skimmed semi.
Semi-skimmed milk. That's what I first asked you for.
It's milk skimmed semi.
I hope that sets the scene for everyone for what we'll be attempting to help you guys with today. I'm now going to hand over to Lucas, who will take you through the rest of the presentation.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Jack. So yeah, let's go through the next slide. So what we see in the video that just shown, it's already an 11-year-old video made by Google Analytics in real life, and there already we're showing that on-site search engines can be a very big hassle for your customers to work with. And even 11 years later, we're now in 2024, we still see that 80% of the e-commerce market is not actively optimizing their internal site search engine, which is very much a pity. To be honest, if we look at 11 years ago, of course, the platform default site searches have developed, but the market has developed as well. And the expectations that your clients have when they're using your website has increased as well. So of course you want your tooling to to tailor to those expectations that your clients have. Because if we look at the clients that are visiting your website, we see that 77% of all online shoppers are considering your optimized site search a crucial part of their shopping experience. So whenever it's not working or they're not finding the right products or the right content that they're looking for, it directly can create an issue and they leave your website. And as Jack already mentioned earlier, you're putting so much effort and money in dragging those clients to your site, and then they're not converting. What will they do? They will query it in Google, and on Google Shopping, they hopefully will get back to your website, or they go to your competitor and they're already where on your site. So indeed, as Jack mentioned, that connection that you really tailor to their experience is very important these days. So later on, I'm going to look into some of the basics, but I just want to share a little bit more facts. So one of the most important parts to fixing your site search is speed. So what we try to do is create an instant site search experience, because with every second of waiting time, 30% of your visitors just shut it down, click on close, and will bounce off your website, which is a shame. And also, if we look at the type of interaction that these clients are doing, it's very different to clients who just use the navigation on your website. So to compare, if I have, for example, a tennis game next week, and I want to have some new tennis shoes, I already know that I'm a fan of Adidas and I want them in a white color, then I will directly go to that site search because I have a very specific buyer's intention. If I just want to browse for new shoes, I'll go to your category page and maybe I see something, maybe I don't, but I don't have that direct buyer's intention. So whenever a client is using that search, there's a very high chance of actually converting if they find the right relevant product. So if we look at some of the other facts, going a little bit too quickly here, sorry, we see that 3 out of 4 online shoppers will leave your web shop with a bad site search experience, and it can be due to speed, due to malfunctioning, due to being irrelevant, or other stuff. But I'll show some of these primary examples a little bit later on in our presentation. So what we also see is that these users who are using your search are oftenly visiting more pages when it's an optimized search, because they know and experience how easily the content is accessible. So as Jack stated early, average conversion rate on your website is between 1 to 3%. But if you look at the specific conversion rate of clients who are using your search, which is normally a small percentage, around 10 to 15%, they can make up for 50% of your revenue, and they have a much higher conversion since they're likely to buy up to 5 times more compared to clients who don't use a search engine. So the conversion of these clients can easily get near the 10%. So when I'm talking about site search, the strategy of how you need to implement this and how you need to approach this, I always try to put it in 3 steps to make it a little bit more easy accessible for you guys. So the first step is really the shaping, the primary tools that you want to have in your search, and probably some of these tools are also already implementable on your own platform. You don't need any SaaS tool for this. So if you think, hey, SaaS using a an exceptional tool for this, a little bit too far away for me? Well, start by gathering some of these insights and at least tweak some of the options that you have in your platform. If you really want to play in the high league compared to search, then you really get into the next optimized and personalized phase, where obviously I will tell you enough about today as well. So first, look at the shaping part. I've got some examples about some very basic stuff that you should do when you're thinking about site search. And I have some primary UK examples of big brands who are still struggling even in 2024 with doing this in a proper way. This is an example of Cadbury. I think we all know the brand. And as you can see, that the search is quite hidden on their site. It's not a text box that's really accessible. It's hidden underneath a button, and you really need to click it to start searching on your website. And in that way, you're not really inviting your clients to use that journey. And you want to invite them, as I stated earlier. It has a much higher conversion rate. So it's a very important part to try to direct these customers to the site search functionality on your website. If we look at other players, for example, I have an example of Amazon here. You see that this search bar is in your face. It's positioned in the middle of the web page. It's broad. It really stands out, and clients directly know where they need to go if they want to search for a specific product. If we look at some of these other examples, for example, speed is also a very important part. This is Costco, a very big play in the American market. And then when I try to fill in a search query on their website, you really see that still some searches can be awfully slow. At this moment, I already pressed enter. I get a suggestion layer, but it really takes up to 3 to 4 seconds before the total results page is already loaded on the website. And not only the slowness of this is frustrating, but it's also frustrating that you first see some kind of suggestion layer, and maybe you want to interact with that, and before you have your mouse hovered over there, it's already going through a different results page, which is just not the way that it's intended to be, and also not the way a client's expectations are on how this should work. Another example here of Temu. It was one of the fastest growing e-commerce companies in the UK in 2022. You see that they don't have a lot of filter options. I'm searching for a hoodie here, and the only search filters I get suggested are categories and some of the sizes. But maybe I want to filter on color or on type of material. And even if we look at these categories, you really see that there are some categories within there that doesn't even match on hoodie, which give me the feeling that there are also irrelevant products in these search results. If we look again at bigger companies, how they would approach it, well, company of eBay, we all know them, of course. You see that you have this broad range of filters to keep on narrowing your search results to make sure that you get to the right product. Well, another thing I really want to show to you guys is error tolerance. In this example with Wilco, I'm searching for a microwave instead of a microwave. Well, that's easy to fix as well. You can easily detect that it's a result or a query that didn't get any results. And eventually, you want to have some intelligence, some error tolerance that knows, hey, I have a word that's very similar to this word, which is microwave. And of course, tell the client that, hey, we adjusted your query because we didn't find any results. That's also an important part. But you want your search to have some intelligence. With our tooling, we even go a step further, that we know that pants and jeans are matched, or that shoe and shoes, plural terms, are also the same queries within our system. So we have this intelligence already built into the platform as a default. Now, another example, to get back to the pants, I searched on pants here on the website of Next. I get some underwear suggestions, which in my case didn't really match my intent. So also just general relevance, apart from using business rules, just overall relevance that's matching products is already very difficult on some websites. So I would suggest you to, after this webinar, go to your own website, maybe type in some exact category names or some other products that are highly sold on your website, and check if the results that show up really match the intent that you want to sell to your clients. Another example I have here from John Lewis. Again, I tried to access the no results page. So I searched for no results on this query. Unfortunately, I did got some results. It corrected it to no results on this screen. So error tolerance does work here, but yeah, we can debate on if it works in the correct way. So I tried something that really didn't give any results. And what you see here is that it's not a closed end. It's not like, oh, sorry, we couldn't help you. We didn't find any results. No, they're suggesting to browse some popular categories or maybe get in touch with our customer service because we have it for you. You just didn't find it yet. So please stay on our website. Please give us another chance to help you in a proper way. And hopefully, the next time they get to your website, they will encounter a search that is sophisticated and optimized. So those are some of the examples. If you bring that all together, just to recap this, you have a tool that has some error tolerance, some intelligence based on plural terms. You have a broad way of filters, also making them dynamic, that they really connect to the search query that's present on the website at that moment. You have a high relevance, which you can manipulate with your own settings. You have a nice sorting, good detailed template, of course, mobile first, instant results. It's all these little checkles that together, of course, make the chain, which will make it work eventually. So that's all about the shaping. So the default functionalities that your search should have. If we really look a little bit more in the optimized tool part of the tooling, then you really are going to use it as a conversion engine instead of only using it as a search tool. I think the most important part here is ranking. So what you can do with our tooling is that you can do manipulation on a lot of different levels. So for example, you have some business rules. Maybe you have a brand that's your own brand that you want to push a little bit more because you have a higher margin on these products. But you can also turn it the other way around. You can say, hey, I have some products that have a very high return rate, or I have some products that are currently not in stock. Then make sure that those are not the first products that show up as a result, because they're probably not going to convert, or they will be returned, and which will cost you money eventually. So with this tooling, you can create business rules to really make sure what's on top and what's pushed to the bottom to give the perfect ranking based on your own business intelligence. These rankings can be dynamic. So what we already can do is say, hey, for now, well, Christmas time is not coming up for another year, but let's say we want to work a little bit up front. I already want to work on a Christmas campaign for the upcoming year 2024. And you can easily say, hey, I want all my products which has the tag Christmas or the color red or every attribute that you have available in your web shop, to schedule that already in the future and to make sure that whenever the campaign starts, it also automatically comes into your search, and you will make sure that the ranking is adjusted to those campaigns that you're running. Next to that, you can also make sure that you have rank based on your user interaction. And within Zucker, that's what we call tokenized. So it's not just a click-through ratio, because the danger with that is that you create an endless loop. These products are already popular, will be clicked more, will be more popular, etc., etc. No, we really look at the query level. So we know that a client, for example, who's looking for shirts, then that Nike product on place 5 is very important. But when a client is looking for shoes, for example, then another product is very important, which is from Adidas. And they will get the tokens on the specific queries to make sure that you're really doing that on a query level instead of an overall click-through ratio. Last but not least, you of course again can use these attributes to boost and demo products, but you can also do that on a product level. So I can say, hey, I have all my Nike shoes already on top, but I have these 2 or 3 specific Nike shoes that on specific queries I want to give them a little bit extra weight, which is also able to do in our tool. So apart from all these ranking tools that we also have some marketing tools within our suite, but because of course it's a conversion tool and it's all about marketing the right products and marketing your campaign. So what you can do is you can add additional call to actions within your search interface based on bannering, for example, those cool banners that you have in your homepage. Use them in your search as well, and to create some extra call to actions on your product tiles. For example, within Master Shoe here, we show that these shoes are waterproof, that they're made from a vegan material to really emphasize the products to the clients on their own needs. Another very important part, Jack already said it a little bit earlier on, is the data part of our suite, because it really gives you specific insights on the user intent. It really shows you that, hey, my clients are currently looking for these specific products, and maybe your AdWords or your SEO campaigns are not tailored to that yet. But you know, hey, my clients are in this segment, so I really need to focus on that segment as well to get similar clients into my platform. Another very interesting idea is that we see some clients that are using our tool already for some years, that they notice that a lot of clients were searching, for example, for products that they didn't sell yet. So they even expanded their product range because the data showed that people are looking for specific products that maybe are a little bit similar to your product, but not exactly the same. So they extended their product range to appear for a broader range of customers. So in that way, you can also be a little bit creative with data, and it can be very interesting to work on that. The last one I wanted to touch already, a little bit touched it earlier on, is that click rank. It's really tokenized, but within Suker, you can easily create a balance between your business rules or the personalization that you want to do with your clients. You can even do that on an additional level when you connect it to a CDP, but I'll show a little bit more about that in a later stage. So that's all about the optimization part. Of course, there's plenty of more to do within our tooling, but I think, just in these 30 minutes, we can only highlight the most used part and the most important part. So let's dive into the personalization part and let's see what we can do there. So what we do with our tooling is that we connect with the customer data platform that we have within Spotler as well. And for people that are not familiar with a customer data platform, let me enlighten that real short. What they do is that they track every website event on your website. So they see a client, they try to identify that customer on your website, and they track the purchase data, the interaction data, the page view, all these engagements on site. But you can also connect external databases, for example, your ESP, that already identified a lot of clients, to make that connection and that match rate a little bit higher. They collect this data, they create a 360-degree client profile, which gives all the information of the behavior and the preferences of this client. Again, you can push that then to different channels, which search is one of those. But you can also use it in your AdWords. You can use it on your socials. You can connect it to your ESP to make sure that Nike lovers get Nike templated mails and Adidas lovers get Adidas loved template mails. So that's also a really, really good way to connect it. Maybe you guys already noticed that I'm a fan of sports shoes, but let's not go into that today. So if we look a little bit more in the personalization within search, it's quite simple to explain. What we do is we know, hey, this client has some favorite brands, it has some favorite categories, maybe we know an age group, or maybe we know your shoe size already. So in that way, we can make sure to only show the shoes that are on stock in your shoe size or that match your preferences. And then again, it's even more tailored to the experience and expectations of the client that's doing a search on your website. Because if we look also into the personalization world, and the data shows currently that at least 70% of all your clients are currently expecting some personal preferences back in their results and recommendations on your website. And that whole community is now shifting to first-party data. And we even noticed that 83% of all clients on your website don't have any issues with sharing their data, as long as they get a personalized and preferred experience on your website. So make sure, again, that you make that connection with all the traffic coming to your website, and that you convert them into loyal and paying customers, of course. Well, how would that look in an interface when it's implemented? Well, we have a simple query here, sneakers. On the left side, you see the overall relevance that's created by the business rules of the company. And at the right side, you see, hey, for this client, he has a favorite category on sneakers, a favorite brand on New Balance. It needs to be a little bit unisex, a little bit sporty style. And if you look at the results, there are all New Balance sneakers there. They're all unisex in a nice white or black color and a little bit sporty style. So it perfectly matches with what the client is expecting and looking for at this moment. Well, I think now the most important part of today, if I will do all this stuff, what does it bring for me? I mean, yeah, we're all entrepreneurs here, and we try to make the best out of our results and create as much as ROI on the platform that we can. So what we see is that the average conversion rate that we do with our clients is up to 40%. We have some really extensive cases, even one where we did 442% conversion increasement. But yeah, I think you can kind of guess how bad the search was on that website before they implemented our tool. But the average, what we see, is up to 40%. With all these business rules, you can also try to push clients to products that have a little bit higher order value. So what we see there is that we see an increasement on the order value of around 26%. Another thing that we see, I mentioned it a little bit earlier already, is that we see more page views in one session. But what's interesting is that these more page views are in a session that has a shorter length. So it really shows that it's easier for these clients to find the products that they're looking for, find the content that they're looking for. Again, it's tailored to the client's expectation. You have a decrease in exit rate. And also, don't forget to combine that content, so FAQs, delivery terms, return terms, policies like that. If these are also accessible within your search, you also see that customers are more trusting your web shop because this information is accessible, and that you see a decrease in the amount of customer service inquiries because the content and the information that they're looking for is more accessible on your website. So altogether, I think it's really good to look into what the possibilities are for you. And if you want to know what to do next, Jack can tell you something about that.
Thank you so much, Lucas. There's so much to do when it comes to conversion rate optimization. It really is something that we should all strive to do better. So there's a couple of next steps. So I can see there's a couple of questions in the chat as well about kind of where to start or what to do. So we've stuck this QR code on the presentation here. So if you scan that, it will take you through to a questionnaire, which will help you define maybe what's next in your search or where your search could be improved. So feel free, scan away, answer away. You can do it on your mobiles. The next stage from that would be obviously to see the product as well. So if this is lit a fire under anyone who wants to reach out, you can reach out to your account manager via the account managers at SpotlerUK inbox, or if you want to reach out to me specifically, there's my email address there too, so jack.clay@spotler.co.uk. I'm more than happy to pick up any questions that you guys have or arrange a more personalized run through of the platform for you. I know we've got some prospects on the line as well, so again, if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me as well if you would like, or contact@spotler.co.uk for to be put in touch with one of our business development representatives. We've cut it pretty tight. We've got a minute left, so we'll have a quick Q&A. Just looking at.
I already see one question from Jake, so let's dive right into it with the short amount of time that we have left. So Jake's question is: can you filter the data by user acquisition? For example, what are people who haven't entered via Google Ads searching for? Yes, but not within the Super platform itself. We have a more broader range of the user behavior and the interaction within your search. But of course, you can connect this data with Google Analytics, and there you can definitely segment it based on user acquisition. Therefore, it's perfectly possible to say, hey, for all clients that have entered my website via Google Ads, what of terms have they typed within the search tooling of Spotler? Yeah, that's perfectly doable.
Fantastic. And just to kind of cover off the couple that we've missed here. So Lucas, just I guess a question for you. I'm starting from scratch. I don't know what you've taken us through so many different interesting things today. If you're speaking to me and this is me starting my search journey, what's the most important thing for me to do first?
Yeah, to be honest, it's really easy. The only thing you need is a data feed. So similar to what you send to Google Shopping, for example, a little bit more extended then preferably, because the more data you push into our platform, the more control you have and the more magic you can do with it. And therefore, we can create a test account. You can demo it. You can already start using some business rules. You can already see how the search would work and what kind of relevance it will give in our backend, so you don't even need to implement it on a dev environment or whatever. And when you're ready for it, you can just easily use our JavaScript snippets, implement it with Google Tag Manager on site, and it automatically connects to the search bar that's already active on your website. And as a layover within an iframe, we produce the results on top of your page to make sure that we have the right speed and the right implementation always available.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lucas, for taking us through that. As said before, for anyone who wants to see that QR code again, please give that a quick scan, jump through, put your search to the test. If you need anything from the team, please feel free to reach out. As I said, reach out to me or reach out to the account management inbox. Thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Have a great day,
Cheers,
all.
Lucas.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.